Hello everyone, welcome back to Blind Accessibility Tips. Happy New Year to you all. I want to wish you all a wonderful and productive 2025. Well, new year, new skills. Now, before we get into the skills that you're going to learn throughout the rest of the year, we first wanted to kick off by giving you some essential keyboard shortcuts for Windows that you must know if you're going to use your computer efficiently. Whether you are sighted or visually impaired, these keyboard shortcuts are so good for you to know as they will save you a lot of time and effort and therefore increase your productivity. So let us begin. Alright, so first some general keyboard shortcuts. Now if you are a regular computer user or if you've watched any of my videos, you would have already been very familiar with some commonly used keyboard shortcuts like Windows D for desktop.
Folder view list. Recycle bin checkbox not selected, not checked.
Says folder view, but of course we know that's a desktop and then we can use our arrow keys to navigate. Then Windows B for notifications area. Although with Windows 11, I prefer to say the system tray because there is another dedicated keyboard shortcut for notifications. So let's say Windows B system tray.
Show hidden icons button.
Right, and then you can use your arrow keys to navigate. Windows E for File Explorer.
Home, File Explorer, Pane, List, recommended 1 of 70.
Alt Tab to switch between open windows.
Document 2, Word, Document page 1 section 1 Winnie.
Switch back to File Explorer with same Alt Tab.
Home, File Explorer.
And Alt F4 to close any program or file.
Document 2, Word, Document page 1 section 1 Winnie.
Alright, now let's go ahead and learn some new ones. You're used to inserting emojis into text fields on your phone. Did you know you could do it on your computer as well? Yup, you can. Just use the keystroke Windows and period or dot.
Windows input experience window, emoji and more menu grouping. Search recently used
You can just use your arrow keys to go through these emojis to hear the descriptions from NVDA.
Hot beverage 2 of 12. Smiling face with smiling eyes 3 of 12. Face with tears of joy 4 of 12.
And any one of those that you want to use, you could just press enter. Or before pressing enter, I'm going to type the name of a specific kind of emoji I want. I'm going to type computer. You can just go ahead and type it for it to search.
O-M-P-E-R.
Then I'm going to down arrow.
Emoji technologist 1 of 12.
And it's giving me technologies. Let me press the right arrow to hear another one.
Man technologist 2 of 12. Woman technologist, laptop 4 of 12.
Laptop. I hear laptop. I'm going to press enter on this one. Let's see. This is the emoji I want.
Default skin tone, selected 1 of 6.
I have to press escape.
Document 4, Word, Document page 1 section 1 laptop, Document page 1 section.
And the emoji will be inserted at the point of the cursor. Another thing you're used to doing on your phone is taking screenshots. And yes, you can do that very easily on your Windows computer as well. Just use the keystroke Windows print screen. You see the screen gets a little dark, takes a snapshot, and all these screenshots are saved in the pictures folder, usually within another folder called screenshots. Easy. Now in Windows 11, Windows N is for notifications.
3 notifications present. Notifications grouping.
Right, and with that keystroke you would get a list of all the notifications coming in on your computer, and you can use your up and down arrow keys to go through them.
No new notifications.
Next is Windows I. No need to go digging around the start menu to find settings. Just use Windows I and it opens settings.
Settings. Settings window. Search box. Find a setting.
Windows G is for game bar.
Game bar window. Home grouping. Widget menu button.
Now, many of us might not be very big game players, but still the game bar is a nice one to know. And it can be used for other things like screen recordings and doing screenshots. Then there is Windows tab. You're used to using Alt tab to switch between open windows, but Windows tab brings up the task view and it is pretty nice to use. Let's do that now. Windows tab.
Task view window. Running applications list.
And it shows you all the applications you have running. You can use your arrow keys to go through them. Let me press right arrow.
Document 1. Word column 2 of 6. Snipping tool column 3 of. Document 4. Word row 2 column 1.
So I have several windows open. And if I want any of these, any one that I land on, let me see. Go back with my left arrow.
Snipping tool row 1 column 3. Document 1. Word column 2.
If I wanted to open document 1, I could just press enter.
Document 1. Word. Document page 1 sec.
And it would be there. Another very good one is Windows L, which locks your computer. It's very good, especially in a professional environment where you want to ensure the privacy of your computer if you have to get up and run away from it very quickly. So all you would have to do is press Windows L.
Secure desk. Windows default lock screen window. Lock screen.
And it would lock the computer. Control Shift Escape brings up the Task Manager.
Task manager. Processes data grid.
The Task Manager is important to bring up when your computer is moving a bit sluggish and you want to find out which programs are causing the problem. You can just use Control Shift Escape to bring up your Task Manager and then use your arrow keys to go through to see the programs you have running and to see the memory they're using.
Apps grouping. Process. Chrome collapsed level 1.
And so on. Another keyboard shortcut, Alt Space.
Restore unavailable R.
Brings up a little menu where you can use your arrow keys to navigate through different settings for the window.
Move M. Size S. Minimize N.
So if you want the window minimize, you could press this one, or
Maximize X.
maximize, you could press this one.
Close C.
Or if you want it closed, you could press this one. In this case, I'm going to press enter and close because I want this Task Manager window closed. Now let's move on to some keystrokes for File Explorer. We already know that within File Explorer, Ctrl-Shift-N will help us to create a new folder within a folder. And we also know that F2 will help us to rename any folder or file in File Explorer. That will also work, by the way, in other areas in Windows, like on the desktop. Let's learn two other keyboard shortcuts that can help us in File Explorer. Ctrl F will help us to search whichever folder that we have selected in File Explorer here. I have not selected any particular folder, so this will search the entire computer. Let me press Ctrl F.
Search home edit blank.
It says search home. I'm just going to type in pictures.
P-I-C-T-U-E-S. Results found.
And press
Result
enter.
110 items found. Search
It will
completed.
tell me that it found all of these different entries.
Pictures check 2 of 110.
And then you can just use your down arrow to go through them and see if any one of those files is the one you're looking for. Another keyboard shortcut to use here in File Explorer, Alt-D.
Address bar edit selected C. Users Akbar OneDrive documents.
And that keystroke will tell you the pathway of the folder that you're in. Pretty nice to use if you need that information. Now let's look at text navigation and selecting keyboard shortcuts. Alright, so we are used to using a combination of our arrow keys and the control key to navigate through text. And when it relates to selection, we're used to adding the shift key to help us to select text, right? But let's look at some other keystrokes now that will make us navigate much quicker and do our selections much quicker. Page down key will jump us through text screen by screen. So page down will jump us forward.
Page 2 word blind. Hitting backspace would remove it and the screen reader would say T. Please remember.
Go again, page down.
Press the right arrow until you hear T.
And it's taking us through the text, going forward, screen by screen. The page up key will do the opposite. You will go up through the text by screen.
Page 1 which was removed. Going back to the example above.
Let me go again. Page up.
When going through your content character by character.
Alright, next, we know that the home key will take us to the beginning of a line, but did you know that control home will take us to the very beginning of text?
Understanding how your screen reader relates to the PC cursor.
That's the very beginning of the text. And we know that the end key will take us to the end of a line, but did you know that the control end will take us to the very last line, last position of the text? Pressing control end.
Page 2C. Does not matter which one of the methods is used, the job still gets done.
And that's the end of the text. Moving on. Control Shift Home will do selection from the cursor upwards to the beginning of the document. So wherever the cursor is in the text, it will select from there up to the top of the document. So pressing Control Shift Home.
Understanding how your screen reader relates to the PC cursor, there are several different cursors.
So all of what is before the cursor to where the cursor is has been selected. Now Control Shift End will do just the opposite. It will select from the cursor straight to the end of the document. So wherever the cursor is, whether it's at the middle or towards the end of a line somewhere, it will select from wherever the cursor is to the end of the document. Pressing Ctrl Shift End now.
3,629 characters selected.
And it has selected quite a bit, so instead of reading out the text for us, it has just told us the number of characters that were selected. But yes, Ctrl Shift End will select from wherever the cursor is to the end of the document. And the last one we must mention, you probably know it already, but it's so important we have to say it again. Ctrl A will select all.
3,931 characters selected.
And lastly, we're going to leave you with two very important keystrokes. Firstly, Ctrl Z. Now, Ctrl Z can be a lifesaver. Let me give you an example. Right now, all of my text inside my document here is selected. I use the keystroke Ctrl A and it's all selected. If I were to hit the delete key now, everything would go.
Page 1, section 1 blank.
Everything disappears. And perhaps that was a mistake. No need to worry. All you have to do now is use the keystroke Ctrl Z or Z. Some of us pronounce it Z. Ctrl Z or Z is for undo. Let me do that now.
Undo. 3,931 characters.
And my text is back up, thank God. Another one I want to leave you with, Ctrl Y. So while Ctrl Z is to undo, Ctrl Y is to redo, because perhaps you think, I'd rather redo what I did. So I'm going to press it, Ctrl Y.
Redo.
And as you can see, all of that text is gone again. If that's what you want, that's fine. Ctrl Z for undo, Ctrl Y for redo. Did I miss any keyboard shortcuts? Please feel free to drop your favorite keyboard shortcut in the comments below so that we can all learn from them. Links to videos where I went into more detail teaching how to use the File Explorer window and how to do text navigation and selecting will be in the description, so you can go and look for them. Thank you for joining me today. I hope the video was helpful to you, and if it was, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time. Happy navigating.